Mandy, how are you? Thank you so much for being with us today.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Miami. Where are you right now?
I'm in Los Angeles.
That's
So I
awesome.
waved to you from across the country.
I like it. I wave you back. I'm so happy to have you, but I am so sad that we're in this final chapter for This Is Us. Talk
Me
a little
too.
bit about that. How do you feel with that?
It's bittersweet. I'm happy that we're getting to sort of end the story on our own terms and sort of tell exactly the story that we wanted to, the way we wanted to. But I'm gonna miss this job. It's the best job I've ever had. I'm gonna miss my friends. I'm gonna miss telling these stories. It's just like it's been such a gift. And it's funny because I think we all knew from the very beginning this is such a special show to be a part of, like the stories that we're telling, the group of people that was assembled. But so it's like we've appreciated it every step of the way, but like I guess I've been in denial for a while that I it would ever come to an end. So I'm starting to accept it now and trying to be as present and as possible and appreciating, the remaining months that we have working.
What is it? What is the thing that you are going to miss the most?
My friends, like we're all such a family, and not just the cast, but like our crew. I mean, the majority of everybody that is working on the show has been there from the very beginning. So it's just hard to wrap my head around, like I'm not going to see these faces every day. I haven't quite accepted that. That's going to be so hard to see people moving on to like their next jobs and doing other things, and that we're not going to be together anymore. I'm very sad. And like these scripts, every time we get a script and I finish it, I'm like, oh, it's so good. Like I just fear I will never have a job again that I feel this way about.
One of the things I like the most is that the show is about connection, right? It's
Yeah.
it's all about connections.
My connection to my son. I have a almost 1 year old little boy, and like being a parent, it just is every cliche in the book. It's all the things that everybody told me. And it's like, yeah, he came into my world and like just completely burst everything open at the seams in the best possible way. And it's like every decision I make in life is geared towards him. Every thought is geared towards him. It's like if I go more than a couple minutes, I'm like my mind always wanders back to him now. It's like that's my sort of state of just being now, is thinking about him, considering him and his life and what he needs. And so that's the most important connection I think I have. Him and my husband, like our little family unit, is the ball game.
And another important connection I think you have is music as well.
Yes.
After 11 years, last year you came back to music. Are you working on music again this year?
I am. I'm going to have a new record out hopefully in the next couple months and go on the road. We were just about to go on tour when COVID hit, like 4 days before we were supposed to start. So hopefully that will be a reality again. But yeah, music's always sort of been a constant in my life, and I'm glad that like actually through the show, really, like I think my character's backstory, having that musical connection was something that was a part of her story very early on in like season one, and it allowed me to go back into the studio and start singing again. And it kind of just like opened Pandora's box and made me realize, like, gosh, I miss music. I miss this being a part of my life. Like it's something that being Rebecca or being an actress like doesn't necessarily touch on in the same way. And so yeah, I'm so happy to sort of be back at it.
And we're excited to have you back in music. Mandy, I also want to ask you, we're in Miami. You've seen my English is not that good. We
It's
all speak.
amazing.
Well, I'm trying with my Spanglish. I want to ask you, what's one word you like in Spanish?
um, my favorite word right now is pajaros, because my son is obsessed with birds, and so that's when we read books or we go outside. Pajaros is like that's my favorite word right now because it's his like deepest obsession.
I love it. And what would you be your favorite Latin food?
My favorite Latin food? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, it feels a little easy to say tacos, but I am a big fan of like Mexican food. So I mean, I live in Southern California. It's kind of a prerequisite here.
Tacos is always a good answer.
Always a good answer, right?
What projects, like This Is Us, obviously marked your career. What other projects are you working on?
Um, Finishing music, finishing a new record, and then I don't know what's going to come next. I'm sort of trying to figure that out now. Nothing will compare to This Is Us, so it's hard to kind of have an eye towards the future. I'm like, I feel like we have about 3 months left of shooting the show. And so I'm like, I feel so immersed in it right now. Like we're kind of still in the thick of it. It's hard to think about anything beyond that right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, happy to have you with us. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to this final chapter. And we hope it's the beginning of many other nice things coming into your life.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to speak with you.